Almost a year ago, the world was in a different place. The Wuhan virus was mostly limited to China. The rest of the world did not need masks or lockdowns. In the months that followed, a lot changed. The Wuhan virus spread its tentacles. It wreaked havoc across the world. A year after it all started, WHO investigators in Wuhan have finally started piecing together what happened. But fresh revelations have now emerged. There is more proof of what happened in those early months. How China did not release critical information, how the World Health Organization struggled to get the data they needed. And despite all that, the WHO publicly kept praising Beijing. Tonight on Gravitas, you will hear it straight from the horse's mouth. We have for you audio recordings from within the offices of the World Health Organization. These recordings tell you how top officials of the World Health Body were discussing and complaining about China's attitude. The first set of voices you will hear is from the second week of January. First up is Dr. Michael Ryan. He serves as the executive director of the WHO. You would have often seen him share the dais with the Director General, Dr. Tedros, during the press briefings of the World Health Body. In the clip that we are just about to play for you, Dr. Ryan is speaking to his colleagues. He is asking them to shift gears and apply more pressure on China.
We do need to shift gears because we've all been, some of us have been here before, in 2003. This is exactly the same scenario, endlessly trying to get updates from China, what was going on, and then bang, right? And WHO barely got out of that one with its neck intact, given the issues that arose around transparency and so in China.
WHO barely got out of that one with its neck intact, given the issues that arose around transparency, quote unquote. You just heard those words. Dr. Ryan is talking about the SARS outbreak in 2002, another major disease outbreak where China was accused of covering up. There is more in the next clip. Dr. Ryan can be heard complaining about the lack of data from China. Listen in.
General, there's been no evidence human transmission is not good enough. This would not happen in Congo and did not happen in Congo and other places. We need to see the data. We need to be able to determine for ourselves the geographic distribution, the timeline, the epi curve, and all of that. It's absolutely important at this point, and not so that we have all the data as an organization, so we can protect China.
So that we can protect China, quote unquote. That is the executive director for emergencies of the WHO for you. Dr. Ryan wanted the WHO to conduct its own independent analysis. He felt that was the best way to protect China from possible action by other countries. Dr. Ryan believed Congo was more forthcoming about the Ebola outbreak in 2018 than China for the Wuhan virus. Clearly, he was not happy about how Beijing was behaving. The next audio clip is of Dr. Maria Van Kerkhove, the WHO technical lead. Once again, we hear a senior official of the World Body complaining about the lack of data from China.
We're going on very minimal information. Knowing a little bit about ventilation and ICU and ECMO and death is helpful, but I know it's clearly not enough for you to do a proper planning the way that you would like to.
Perhaps the most revealing audio clip is of the WHO official on the ground. Dr. Gauden Galea was the WHO representative in China at that time when the first cases were being reported, and he said China was not sharing any specifics.
We have informally and formally been requesting more epidemiological information, specifically what was the data one point of the last case. Even that one line of information would have been already working on this. It may be, but then when asked for specifics, we could get nothing.
In another clip, Dr. Galia says that they were getting information just 15 minutes before it appeared on CCTV, the Chinese state broadcaster. So the WHO officials were just getting an advance press release to deal with the Wuhan virus outbreak. Let's fast forward now. A couple of weeks later, on the 14th of January, the WHO had put out this infamous tweet claiming there is no human-to-human transmission of this virus. But by the end of January, the WHO realized that was not the case.
As far as our counterparts are concerned, they are now talking openly and consistently about human-to-human. We did not finesse in the debate as to whether this is sustained, but one key request in this regard is that they would like WHO in communicating this to the public without causing panic.
All through this, the WHO officials kept praising China in public. Director General Dr. Tedros lauded the response of the Chinese authorities and Xi Jinping himself, while behind the scenes, the senior-most officials of the health body kept complaining about how China was not sharing the information they needed. There is more proof of China's criminal negligence. A doctor in Wuhan has now spoken out. He was working at a hospital hit the hardest by the Wuhan virus. He claims that the doctor suspected the virus was highly transmissible way back in early January last year. But the Chinese authorities stopped them from warning anyone. In just 1 year, the virus has made its way to more than 190 countries and regions, infecting over 100 million people and killing over 2 million. These fresh revelations are just a reminder of the sins committed by China and how the World Health Organization failed to sound the alarm. WION now available in your country. Download the app now. Get all the news on the move.